My name is Dhruv Singh. I am the Chief Operating Officer for PayMate, and we will talk about um, uh, accounts payables and some of the best practices in accounts payables today, and a little bit about our solution. So we're all living in um, and taking part in the digital revolution, and we're experiencing it firsthand and contributing to it in different ways. By using smartphones, computers, internet, booking travel online, shopping on Amazon or Flipkart, we all do this to varying degrees. Some people are almost completely digital, others are just getting started. Everyone is at a different level on the digital spectrum. Same can be said about digital payments in India. By using wallets or net banking or debit or credit cards or NEFT RTGS, all consumers are contributing to the digital payments revolution, but to varying degrees. Businesses are no different. In the new digital environment, the communication between a business and its suppliers, customers, and partners has been changing and evolving, and it has been changing for the better. While accounts payable automation has been available to businesses for over 10 years, a study conducted by the Institute of Financial Operations found that over 70% of global companies were still processing more than half their invoices on paper. In India, this number is over 90%. Many of these organizations continue to use outdated paper processes that could be costing them millions annually in wasted effort, errors, and missed early payment discounts. There's an old saying that a company can manage only what it can measure. Nearly one-third of respondents of the Institute of Financial Operations AP automation study said they did not know the per invoice processing cost at their company. Without this information, it's nearly impossible for companies to determine the real impact of the manual-based processes. So what is invoice processing cost? What is your invoice processing cost? Typically, this cost ranges from 130 rupees to 1600 rupees for a company. This takes into account the cost of labor, postage, paper storage, infrastructure, and other overhead. Even for a mid-sized company spending 250 rupees per invoice to process 1,000 invoices a month, the outlay is roughly 30 lakhs annually. For a big company spending 500 rupees per invoice and doing 2,000 invoice payments per month, the outlay is about 1.2 crores. That's enough to get the attention of any CFO. So how do we measure AP automation and the benefits of AP automation? So let's start with the first one, leveraging cash. So a company can take advantage of early pay discounts and execute them quickly. A 2% discount for payment within 10 days translates to more than 36% annualized return on cash. I would say that that's a pretty compelling reason to automate your payments. Increased visibility and insight. So decision makers want accurate information and they want it right away in real time. Data entry and automated systems can be available instantly to a CFO, controller, or other with appropriate access, providing visibility to cash flow at virtually any point in the process and even allowing for tracking of a single invoice or payment if necessary. Data accuracy. By eliminating manual entries, there is a significant reduction in human error. Combined with automated matching and routing to users online for approvals, operational efficiencies are gained and productivity increased as AP staff is able to focus on more important tasks. Business controls and risk mitigation. Schemes and scams continue to keep companies on their toes, but automation removes a key entry point for deceit by eliminating one of the con artist's favorite targets, paper checks, which can be falsely issued or misdirected to criminals. Business controls for maker checker or vendor boarding can be more strictly followed, and since there is a digital trail for all transactions, it is easier to spot, investigate, and prevent troubling behavior. Reconciliation. There's a lot of reconciliation of information for a proper reconciliation. And the information is all over the place, and it's not all real time. You have to log into a bunch of different systems and wait for information. With checks, you have to wait for them to clear. If you don't get outstanding checks at month's end, you have got to account for them. Wires are the worst because the bank portal is separate from your accounting system. There's no visibility at all from the moment you hit send until the payment arrives in the vendor's hands. All the information has to be transferred manually after the wire has cleared, and all the exchange fees and corresponding bank fees have been charged. Saving on paper. On average, 15 to 20 pieces of paper are used from the time a PO is issued till a payment is made for it. This includes printing of the PO, mailing it, invoice printing and mailing it. Usually there's a couple of copies, attaching proof of delivery, approval paperwork, etc. AP automation saves money spent on paper. It's good for the environment and it's good corporate citizenship. Saving on storage costs. It takes time and space to store paper, and that can be saved. Saving on time. An Aberdeen group study found that it takes an average business 10 days to process one invoice. By eliminating manual work, the processing time is cut down substantially and makes the AP and finance team much more efficient. Audits and reports become much easier and smoother. In a paper environment, when you cut a bunch of checks, you print out a copy of the check stub and staple it to the invoice. Then those tax invoices go into a room somewhere. Maybe it's on site, maybe it's off site in some storage unit. So when someone asks for a report or an auditor comes by and you're going through your audit, it takes a long time to go fetch some of this information. But when you're making hundreds of thousands of payments, it can become a nightmare. More time for analysis and decision support. In today's fast-paced digital world, CFOs are increasingly being asked to provide accurate and timely data with detailed analysis for reporting and decision making. CFOs are increasingly looked upon as partners and not just recorders of business. However, finance departments generally struggle to support the CFO's goals of devoting enough time to analysis because of daily workloads. AP automation will free up time for the finance department to spend more time on analysis and partner more effectively with internal business leaders to provide data and insight to improve decision making and planning within the company. So with today's technology, you can press a button and make all payments electronically in one pass, regardless of payment type. With cloud-based technology, both finance departments and vendors that they're paying have total visibility into every payment as it makes its way to the payee. So at PayMate, we're the leading B2B payment solution provider in India. We're a cloud-based platform that works both for large enterprise customers and for SMBs. And we enable real-time payments and automation and provide access to credit for working capital requirements. And we make it easy to get that. So just a very quick overview of our solution. We automate both accounts payables and receivables. We're bank agnostic. We work with all banks and we support all the various channels, NEFT, RTGS, net banking, debit card, credit card, IMPS. We have a completely customizable, configurable approval matrix. So the maker checker approver can easily be customized. We're cloud-based. We also have a web app and a mobile app. We deploy business analytics. We do real-time processing, 24 by 7. We can integrate with any accounting or ERP software, and we have ready APIs if you want to integrate us using our APIs. There are detailed reports and alerts available on all transactions. We have banking grade security and compliance, and credit can be accessed on the platform. And again, as I said, we are mobile and cloud based, and we're PCI DSS certified, which is the highest level of security for a payments company. Some of our key partners, Visa is a key partner of ours. We have banking partnerships with SBI, IndusInd, Kotak, and Yes Bank, and some of our key marquee clients include Indigo Airlines, Akbar Travels, Avis, Cox and Kings, and we have over 20,000 customers. With that, I will hand it over to, let me introduce Pranav Thakkar, who is the Senior Product Marketing Manager at PayMate, and he will walk you through some of the features specifically of our accounts payables product. Pranav, over to you.
Thank you, Dhruv. Thank you so much. I hope you. I hope all of you guys had a very enlightening session with Dhruv. So now, let me take you how PayMate can help you saving time and money while making payments. Quite ironic that when you're making payments, you're also saving some money. Let's see how. First of all, Paymate helps you streamline your business payments processes with a lot of variety of features like different payment modes that you can use, like credit cards or NEFT and net banking. You can have scheduled payments. You can pay multiple vendors together using bulk payments. You can have more control over your payments process, like a checker, make a checker approval flow. You can have invoices on your platform. You can make government GST tax payments. You can have more detailed control and real-time tracking for each and every payment that you make or receive. To start off with, let's see how onboarding your contacts happens on Payment. As you can see the screen right now, adding a contact is very easy on Payment. You can import all your contacts, all your vendors, our customers in your existing system or in your existing Excel files directly onto the platform using a bulk import. Add all your contacts with their current bank account details, and that's it. You don't have to add them again and again while making a single payment or while doing any bulk payments. Just refer your contact's company name, and all the things will be taken care of by the platform itself. So, coming down to make payments. So, making payments is very simple since you've added all your entire contact directory onto the platform itself. Just go ahead, select a contact, add your amount, select any payment mode, and go. I'm sure with your current systems and your current banking partners or whatever other tools you use, you may not be having the flexibility of using different payment modes like credit card or a debit card or a net banking. Imagine the kind of credit you can offer your business if you start using a corporate credit card for all your vendor payments. Imagine the kind of freedom and the cash flow it gives to your business and the timely payment that you make to your vendor. Payment can offer you all types of different payment modes that are available in the Indian market currently. Do you have regular payments that go out every week of the month or every month? I'd say suppose 4th of every July or 4th of every month that you have weekly payments going out. You can schedule all your payments on the platform itself. Just enter in the due date, and the payment platform will take care of executing this transaction on that day itself. You don't have to worry about it. You will get an email alert. Just click on the link, add your details, and the payment is done. You have multiple bulk payments to be done to multiple vendors together. You have monthly payments that you do to, say, thousands of vendors together. No problem. Just use a simple Excel file, upload all your payment details, and we will take care of each and every transaction using our platform. Can you imagine the time you save when you're making 1,000 vendor payments together in one go using a credit card? Imagine the time you save, imagine the credit period that you offer yourself. That is something really no other banking partner or no other payment system can offer you right now. Do you have all your senior managers always on the go? Do you always find yourself in a problem where you need an approval on your payments and you don't find your senior manager? No problem. We also have a mobile application on Android, which is specifically designed for managers on the go, wherein they can manage the entire payments process on a single application. You have an access to your dashboard, which gives you a cash flow or an ARAP summary. There are screens where the manager can go and view all the pending transactions that are supposed to be checked or approved. You can see each and every single minute details of all the transactions. You can just go ahead, check or reject the transaction that you wanted to do, and what's more, you can just go ahead and make the payment on the app itself. The mobile application is made in keeping in mind all your senior managers who are pressed with times and pressed with attention and can manage all the payments process on a single application itself. So that's about making the payments. But what about tracking? What about being alerted when the payments are being done? I'm sure the current process that your vendors and you would be following is that exchanging the payment transaction details, like a transaction reference number or a bank reference number with your vendors. Yeah, lots of email communication back and forth. Your vendor has to log in into his bank account to check. You have to log in into your bank account to understand if the payment was successful, then pull out your reconciliation reports. Imagine having all of this together at one place inside our reporting platform. PayMate reports will give you real-time tracking of all your payments as and when we come to know about the status from the bank's end. If the payment is successful, you get to know the status over here. What's more, you also get an email alert whenever a payment is being credited successfully, and your vendor also receives timely email alerts when you make a payment or when the payment is being credited into his account. Therefore, giving more time to your vendor and your business of not running around with different into different systems checking for a payment has arrived or not. This is one of the functionalities that is built with keeping in mind to save time for both you and your vendors. So that's how the payment platform brings efficiency, more control, raising the make a checker flow, giving you more visibility on the entire payments process from right from the beginning to the end when you book a payment and when the payment is successfully credited. The application, the web-based and mobile app-based are built with user friendliness in mind so that junior level to a senior level, everyone is really comfortable using the application. And the entire platform is focused on streamlining your payments process so that you don't have to run around and you don't waste money and you don't waste time in making a simple vendor payment. We encourage you to go ahead and check out our product at paymate.in. Subscribe right now for free. You get a 30-day free trial period to try out the entire product. You can reach out to us anytime at support@paymate.co.in. And if you have any questions, we would be ready to take the answers now. Yeah. You can also go ahead and put your questions on the comments below, and we'll be over here to answer all of them.
So if there are no questions at this time, uh, I think we will conclude. I want to thank everyone for joining us this afternoon, and do let us know if you found the information useful, and feel free to suggest any topics that you would like us to cover next time. And if you have any questions in regards to PayMate or anything you heard today or the product of the platform, please get in touch with us either through the website or email us directly at info@paymate.co.in. And thanks again, everyone. Have a great afternoon.